Joining us today is a legend in the business. He's one half of the Rockers, former IC champion, former tag team champion, and all-around great guy. Marty Jannetty is here today. Marty, thanks so much for joining us.
Hi, bud. Thank you for having me. And, just rocking and rolling, strutting and throwing, slamming and jamming all over the world.
That's right. Now, Marty, Friday, fans will have the chance to meet you at Northeast Wrestling's WrestleFest in Waterbury, Connecticut on the 4th, and on the 6th for Blitzkrieg over in Enfield, Connecticut. You're no stranger to the Northeast, but do you have any fun memories of maybe wrestling up here? Anything that stands out for any of the fans listening?
Yeah, there's a couple real good memories, but I don't think it's something we should tell here.
A lot of partying, right?
Well, I'm still single, so there's a whole lot of,
Well, let me say, our hometown for our show is Poughkeepsie, New York, a place that you frequented a lot during your time in the WWE back in the 80s. They would do a bunch of tapings here, and being a wrestler, traveling all the time, was it nice to come to Poughkeepsie or just anywhere where you did a few tapings to be able to knock out a few shows? Did it help with the travel lag, if you will?
Yeah, sort of, because like you said, back then, we would do, I can't remember if we do one live one and two taped, but it was it might have been Raw when Raw first started, we'd do one live and two taped, and I think we used to do a Raw or so, out of Poughkeepsie, but Poughkeepsie I always loved it because besides a couple of blondes there, it was always pretty cool. The wrestling fans there are really cool. They love their wrestling, and as a wrestler, you love fans that love wrestling.
That's right.
Not the ones that come there to heckle you. Even though they want to lose it too.
Now, the Rockers are one of the teams that got me into pro wrestling during the 80s. Your look, the colors, the music, everything that you guys had said that this was awesome to me. But before you were the Rockers, you were the Midnight Rockers, which if we break it down to, you had the Midnight Express and the Rock and Roll Express. How did
everybody thought that. Everybody thought we took a little bit from each. And it actually kind of works out. I mean, that would be cool. Like we got part and part, but actually, we couldn't figure out. And me and Sean, this was for Vern Gagne in AWA days, and he told us, come up with a name. And in that Vern Gagne voice, he's, Jesus Christ, you guys come up with a good name. We can put you out there and you can compete. So me and Sean told each other, let's go home tonight. Think of 100 different names each. He would get 100, I'd get 100. Come back tomorrow together, me and him, and see if we thought of any common names. Because if we both thought of it, then it's like, yeah, that'd be the one. Sure, but it's actually the Midnight Rocker thing was it was kind of one of those things, what it could say when all the stars align. Because we were out in Vegas. We went out there every third week to do tapings. And TV segments for AWA on ESPN, and they one night we were the partiers. We were known for that, Sean and I, and Sean had actually not been there but a few weeks, and we were the reputation as being partiers, and we was thinking about the name, and Kurt Hennig came up with it best. Somebody had said we were dragging ass. We've been partying. Excuse my language. We've been partying, all week. And there was TV taping time the weekend, and we were burnt. It is Vegas. Everybody was running to us. I think it was Leon White at the time, which eventually became Van Vader. Yeah, he was coming around to hang out with us, and because he wanted to party. And he was like, we were dragging ass, and he says, Jesus, and he has a high-pitched voice. I know you guys were the partiers. Y'all don't seem like you're having much fun. Kurt Hennig said, you know what? They don't even start till midnight. And we sat there and thought about it, like partying midnight. There's something should be there. Wow. And about that time, the Judas Priest song came on. Live in after midnight, rock in till the dawn. And we all looked at each other because Kurt had just said it. We all looked at each other like, wow, that's written. That's it. The Midnight Rockers. Nice. And that was we used that song, as our entrance music too. I mean, it was perfect.
That's awesome. Now, how did
the funny thing? Let me tell you this because it still makes us laugh. Vern was kind of, I don't want to say out of it at the time, and I love him to death. I'm not putting him down, but he was kind of lost.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the wrestling business had gone by, you know, what he knew. So, and we went to him with the name. We come up and said, "Hey, we got the name is Midnight Rockers." He goes, "Midnight Rockers, Midnight Rockers." He had a little bit of a list. That's why Midnight Rockers. Let me think about it. Are the fans? Are they going to know that you're not talking about like your rocking chairs? Oh my God! So yeah, the whole Midnight, you know, from Midnight Express and the Rockers from the Rock and Roll Express didn't really happen that way, even though it looks like it. But that's how it actually came about.
Wow, that's great. Now, how did the fans take to that? To where when you guys got that name now, or more importantly, how did the boys take to you? Did they think maybe that you were trying to copy the names, or did anything happen?
Those guys, you mean the Midnight Express and the Rock and Roll Express? You mean them?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think Ricky Morton said at one time, joking around, because I think me and him were chasing around the same girl one night, and he turned and said, "That damn boy, you already stole our damn wrestling name. Now you want to take the girl from me?" But he was joking. You know, we were good friends. But you know, I'm sure, or at least we know he thought about it, right?
Sure.
Robert never said nothing. And then the Midnight Express, they probably didn't give a damn if we did or didn't. They were so laid back and easy going, man.
Sure.
And but that's that's that.
Yeah. Now, you guys broke the mold for tag teams, I believe. Just their high-flying spots. And at that time, when you broke into WWE too, they didn't really have that much of that going. I don't believe. Did others take well to you guys coming in with the kind of stuff that you were doing as far as all those high-flying spots?
Well, they, when we first come in, and again, I ain't talking to somebody down, just telling it like it is. Sean was younger and a lot, kind of cocky. So a lot of the guys, when we first went in WWF at the time, were kind of thinking, it's never, I'll give you an example of what I was going to say. It's always a team. It's never one. It's just like if we get one of us, if Sean gets pinned or I get pinned in a match, it's said that the Rockers got beat. They don't say, who got beat. Mm. So if one of them's an asshole and arrogant, it's like the Rockers are asshole and arrogant. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, when we were coming through, it was like, oh, they're arrogant young punks. And we were kind of young, for being in WWF back then. Mm-hmm. Now they got every damn body in there under 21. But yeah, man. And as far as the high flying stuff, and I don't think there was too much of that around, at least not in the States. Mm-hmm. But I had gone to Japan in my first year, my rookie year in the business, thanks to Harley Race. Harley Race thought a lot of me, and he comes up and says, "Hey, kid, I'm going to take you to Japan with me. What do you think of that?" and I was like, "Great, hell yeah, great." But so when I was over there, I saw a lot of, they were doing stuff, the Japanese wrestlers. I was like, holy shit. I was in there with a notebook, taking notes, like, I don't know what he did there. He did a twist and flip. I don't know, but I'm going to write that. Or some spots they would do was just like unbelievable.
Sure.
They might go to the point, sort of like the Lucha Libre does, and I think, it's just my own opinion, that they do too much.
Yeah.
I always, I do seminars, and I always, tell the kids there, like, if you watch one of those matches and take one or two things out, and then put that into a match at the right spot, and you'll get more than all those. So it's just like somebody throws 50 punches. It's shit. That's about 30. They don't mean nothing no more.
Sure. Well, I want to bring up too. In 1990, the Rockers beat the Hart Foundation for the WWE Tag Team Championships, but it never aired. Whether there were several factors in it. One being that the rope popped off. But was this something that
was the one we were told? That was the one we were told. I actually kind of got it. I think I've got Deshaun and I both think we know the real reason.
Yeah.
But Vince did call and say NBC is decided they don't want to air that because it's just not good TV for a rope to be broken. And okay, that could work. Is an excuse. But the truth is, we got blamed. There was like the day after we got the belts,
mm-hmm.
we were down in Texas doing a show, and some dude came on the airplane being a real asshole. I mean, he really was. Everybody couldn't, he was drunk and loud and all that shit. And,
mm-hmm.
The short end of the story is somebody shit in a napkin and put it down behind his seat, and he scrubbed it all on his back, and we found out he got mad and threatening to kill everybody on the plane, and they arrested him. All the wrestlers anyway, because it's the guys that were mouthing back at him. And so, when we landed, they actually asked Paul Roma, if you remember him from the Young Stallions,
mm-hmm.
Paul Roma, hey, it's a federal offense to be making threats with a gun. So we'll arrest him, but we just, if you want to have him arrested. Paul was like, nah, hell no. If he's got a gun, yeah, go ahead. But no, he's just running talking.
Mm-hmm.
When they went and checked the baggage claim, because he kept saying, I got a gun underneath the plane.
Mm-hmm.
9 bullets. I got me a 9mm. 9 bullets gonna kill me 9 wrestlers. He kept saying that shit. He was scaring the hell out of everybody on the plane with that.
Jeez.
And when they went and checked his baggage, he had a loaded 9, and he didn't claim it. Evidently, if you can do that, but it ain't supposed to be loaded. I think it's supposed to be unloaded or whatever.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. So he wasn't lying on that. So they put him in jail, and then that night, George Steele, God rest his soul, came up and this is in the dressing room. Guys, we're gonna put him. He goes, I'll tell you real quick. If you hear a pop, 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 duck down. and we were like, what the hell are you talking about? This the guy on the airplane today that y'all messed with. He is an escaped prisoner, and he's the leader of a gang here in Corpus Christi. Oh. They'll probably be here tonight because they put him. That guy didn't put him in jail. And found out he was an escapee.
Yeah,
he was like in the top 10 most wanted.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So his biker gang was certainly going to be upsetting. Well, that shit got back to Vince. It's just funny how like 2 days later on a Monday when Vince is back at work, he calls me because I did all the business shit back then. He calls me. And he's like, well, we're going to have to take the belts back, Marty, the rope broke, NBC don't want. And I'm sitting there going, bull damn shit.
Well, it's just like, because, I mean, that's something that really just doesn't happen all the time. I mean, granted, it wasn't on TV, and it's not like it is today with, the internet and all that, to where everybody could found out that, hey, the Rockers won tonight, and that it was a lot of public knowledge. But, I mean, still, just not even to even just have you wrestle again just to lose it or something. But, how did that really make you feel? I don't know, that had to really piss you off, right?
Then came the rumor that they took it back because Anvil renegotiated contract. That and a lot of times when somebody's leaving,
yeah,
those people of course got to pass the torch, and they were champions. Anvil was leaving, but then we heard he decided no and renegotiated and was staying, and they wanted the belts back. It was the only way he was staying. Now that part I don't know. Me and Anvil are pretty good friends. And he's never told me. I've never really asked because I thought that was just a load of shit.
Mm-hmm.
But that was the other story besides the rope breaking.
Sure.
I still go with what happened on the airplane.
Yeah, that sounds good. Now, I know it's been asked to death, but I got to bring it up. The barbershop window incident. What was your reaction when they told you the plans of breaking up the Rockers, and when they pitched to you that, hey, you're probably going to be going through the window? Was it a shock, or did you see the writing on the wall that they want to split you up?
Because it wasn't a shock at all, because what actually happens in that case is we're taken in, sit down with Vince and told, we're going to split you guys up, and we'll figure out a way to do it. And Sean and I both had already planned on some stuff, because back then at that time, I didn't plan on being in the business for 500 years like I've been.
Sure.
I was thinking for a few years. Plus, he wanted to go on and do singles.
Mm.
So so we talked about, like, when we do, let's have something really nice put together. And but there was a hotel fight, a real fight that happened that made Sean want to go ahead and break away.
Mm-hmm.
And so right after that is when, kind of shortly after that, I should say, is when, Vince, there was actually one other thing that was, I won't even say it here, but it was pretty shitty of Sean what he did, how he did it. I love him to death. I mean, I'm not talking to him now, but he knows. But that was the thing where Vince took us into Next TV and said, he wanted to split us up. And he wanted Sean to, we were trying to shoot Sean to superstar, so would I mind being the person to help do that? Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, Vince, I just love that. That'd make my day.
Well,
but I mean, I was all for it.
Sure.
And I did ask him, afterwards, after the meeting, I said, I don't mind doing this at all, but usually when I've seen this happen, the person that helps the other one get over gets shit canned when he's done. Is that what you're going to do with me? Because if that was the case, I wouldn't have done it. I mean, I didn't present it that way, but I just wanted, and he said, he goes, well, where you go will be up to you. I said, he goes, but I see superstar in Sean, and I just don't see it in you. Which, that was a thing, like I said, that stung me. I'm like, stop for a second. But I can see that, in hindsight. You got charismatic Sean, and you got my dumpy ass. I can tell you now. But I just asked him, I remember asking him, well, you just give me a chance to prove you wrong. And he damn near hugged the hell out of me for saying that, because I love that attitude. Yes, I will. Yeah, then my pay started going down. Sean started feeling way more.
Marty, man, I could probably talk to you all day, man. I thank you so much, though. I mean, for everybody listening out there, please come out to Northeast Wrestling's WrestleFest in Waterbury, Connecticut, and on the 4th and also the 6th at Blitzkrieg Pro in Enfield, Connecticut. You can meet Marty Jannetty, talk to him. Just don't let him walk in front of the barbershop window, right?
Yeah. Also at Bud Carson's in Allentown. But the one in Waterbury's going to be great, man. Ryback's going to be there. Kurt Angle, Godfather, Jerry Lawler, and great colleagues. This will be great to see all the friends there.
Definitely.
If they can't remember, everybody listen. You can hit me up on Facebook. It's at One Marty Jannetty Facebook or however it works. But hit me up there. And you hit me up anyways just to talk smack if you want.
Well, Marty,
get up with me. Hey, I appreciate it, Steve. I appreciate everything.
Yes, thank you so much. It's been an honor talking to you. We wish you nothing but the best, and hopefully we'll speak to you down the line.
Yeah, definitely.